Hey everyone, remember the last video which was a collaboration between myself and Ben from Switzerland, that successful demo? Well, we are back with another collaboration, this time presenting to you some chess clock Netrunner. So let's start everyone off the same page. For those of you who are not aware of what a chess clock is, I'll give you a very quick explanation. A chess clock can look something like this. It is basically a clock but with two timers instead of one. One for each player. So each player will be allocated a fixed amount of time, and at any time, only one of these clocks tick down. That is, the person whose turn it is will have the clock tick down. When the person who's taking their turn is done with their turn and ready to pass priority over, they will press a button on the chess clock, which will then cause the other person's clock to start ticking and theirs to stop ticking. So time keeps going down this way until the game is over or until someone runs out of time, in which case a penalty is typically applied. This usually is a game loss. So such a clock is called a chess clock, obviously because it's used in high-level chess tournaments, actually in lots of chess tournaments, not just high-level ones. And it's not a new concept. People have been trying to apply chess clocks to Netrunner. The problem is, well, there are too many problems. I'll go through all of them in detail later, but even though a chess clock has some really good objectives, it is a much fairer allocation of time as opposed to providing a fixed 65 minutes of tournament time to both players, which could encourage one player to stall more than the other, giving themselves more time than the other player. Chess clocks fix that by allocating equal amount of time to each player. However, is in the context of Netrunner, it's very difficult to codify a good set of rules to govern this. And if you do, it will open loopholes for players, high-level players, to abuse them, and this will make it such that people are playing more to game the clock rather than to play actual Netrunner, which basically defeats its purpose. So let me go through the problem of chess clocks in detail. The first problem is that Netrunner is an asymmetric game. So by nature, having a symmetric clock is not going to fit very well with an asymmetric game. The corp has fewer clicks to spend than the runner. So logically speaking, the corp would spend less time than the runner. You could attempt to allocate the corp 3/4 of the runner's time, but even then, corp play is still generally quicker than runner play because corps can rely on quick bluffs and play quickly as a result, whereas runners can almost never play quickly. If you play too quickly as the runner, you will typically overstep your boundaries and end up playing carelessly, which will result you getting flatline, which is an insta loss, obviously. And typically runner play requires more time because you need to solve the maze, the puzzles created by the corp. So yeah, because of this asymmetry, it's just not possible to create a fair chess clock unless you do a lot of empirical testing, and even then it is still highly debatable whether the timing system you come up with is actually fair. The second problem, and I think what is the biggest problem, is that Netrunner has this mechanic, a very core mechanic called runs, and runs just basically destroy any possibility of using a chess clock, because during runs, priority passes back and forth. There are, timing windows, so you would need to pass priority back and forth multiple times during the run. Do you keep hitting the chess clock like 10 over 10 times during a run? That seems really silly, right? And there are certain windows where both players need time. For example, during side games, how do you operate the chess clock during such a window? So there are lots of problems with codifying rules such that chess clocks work during a run. The simplest way I can think of is to basically pause the clock during every single run. But again, this goes back to our problem of the rules being open for abuse. High-level players, runners I should say, will abuse the fact that time is unlimited during runs, and they will use runtime to plan out their future clicks, using the guise of a paid ability window to think about what to do with clicks 3 and 4 during a click 2 run. So this is a loophole that you cannot solve if you pause time during runs. And the other problem is you cannot just solely use chess clocks to impose an upper bound on the time available per round. If you pause chess time during rounds, each game could potentially go infinitely long because players can take as long as they want to think about runs. So that could be a problem as well. The third problem of chess clocks is that if you impose a set of rules and a chess clock in tournaments, people will start metagaming the clock. You will artificially encourage certain decks to be more represented in the meta. Decks that require minimal bookkeeping. If you have too many start of turn triggers like daily cards and Aesop's pawn shop, that will take a lot of time. Decks that punish careless mistakes very harshly, like kill decks, are also very encouraged because you can take advantage of the fact that the runner's playing under time pressure. And finally, fast decks are more likely to be played than slow ones, which can run out of time. You would not take your chances with a slow deck if it means that sometimes you will just lose off not having enough clock time because you're going to turn 20 and beyond. The next thing about chess clocks is that it actually encourages cheating. This is not a subject we like to discuss, but it is true. If people rush their turns because they don't want to run out of their time during under time play, they're far more likely to make careless mistakes, and this opens room for players to cheat because their opponents will likely not observe their mistakes. If players are playing very quickly and don't have a lot of time to observe their opponent's every move, they might not see that their opponent is taking too many clicks or too many credits from the actions. You could make tournament rules more stringent to combat cheating. That's obviously possible. But then, once again, players will start abusing the rules and try to get cheap wins off calling out people's mistakes rather than actually focusing on playing a good game of Netrunner, again defeating the purpose of a chess clock. Final thing is chess clocks are by nature community unfriendly. There are lots of people who will not join tournaments if chess clocks are introduced, especially players with anxiety. I'm pretty fortunate that I don't have such an issue. I don't mind the adrenaline rush of playing a chess time game, but for some players, introducing a ticking chess clock where the second hand or the second number ticks down every single second is anxiety-inducing in itself. Not to mention when time runs low.
1 minute until forced surrender.
Shut up already! You see what I mean? So yeah, there are players like this within our midst, and turning them off is not going to help player diversity. It also turns off people who are less agile, less nimble, who are not able to move their tokens or cards as quickly, putting them at a noticeable disadvantage, as well as players who simply enjoy the cerebral aspect of Netrunner, and by that I don't mean CI, I mean thinking through your turns and making the best possible play every single turn. A chess clock would be quite a turn off. So by limiting the number of, or rather, by reducing your target audience for a competitive tournament, this is not good for the long-term health of Netrunner, simply because we don't have a critical mass of players to begin with. Why are we turning away more players from our tournaments? That does not make sense. So because of all of these problems, chess clocks are just not tenable at high-level play, which is why from the game's inception till now, we have been operating on 65-minute or 70-minute round time, which is shared by both players, because there's just no feasible way to implement chess clocks. That doesn't stop us from trying though. As I mentioned, I'm doing a collab video with Ben, and we are going to play a time game with chess clocks. Chess clock rather. Keeping in mind that this is a casual game, right? There are no stakes here, it's not a tournament. Our purpose here is to entertain more than to min-max the format, to, go all out to win. I mean, of course we are going to try to win, obviously, but, it's the entertainment factor here that counts. I hope you enjoy the footage where we both get increasingly more panicky and make more mistakes as we go through the game. Yeah, feel free to call me out in the comments, but I think it will be, rather thrilling to watch. To make clear on what the rules are, each player will have 7 minutes of game time, and there is no time gain. So those of you who are familiar with chess clocks, you would know that in chess, that in certain formats, players will gain time every single turn. We are not going to have any time gain here. It's just a flat 7 minutes for the entire game per player. Time is paused during runs. So yes, in theory, yes, we can abuse this feature to pre-plan our remaining clicks as the runner if during a run. But in practice, we'll try not to game it as fast as possible. It's a casual game after all. Finally, for every minute we exceed the 7 minutes, our opponent will gain 1 agenda point instead of it being an outright loss. So it's a gentler curve, not a harsh punishment as if you run out of time you lose the game, period. It's a significant penalty. Needing to win on 6 as opposed to 7 agenda points is a big deal for your opponent, but it's not something that is so overbearing as to cause us to focus only on the chess clock. So hopefully with this we can come up with a set of entertaining games, the first of which is going to come up right now. Do enjoy.
Three. Wait. So, yeah, now
Okay.
you can.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, 7 minutes. Look at this. Amazing.
Sir, you might want to take your mandatory draw.
Yes, so install. First click. Second click, install credit. Turn.
Click 1, install RNG key. Click 2, dirty laundry R&D.
Okay, so now we're taking our time for each turn, right?
Yep.
So during the runs at least.
I'll be calling the number... That's a very good question. I have no idea what number to call. Let's call the number 0.
Okay.
It is not a 0. Oh, sorry! That was stupid. I find the truth.
Well, you know it anyways. No, that's fine.
Yep, it's Nancy.
Okay.
Alright. And time continues.
Yep. First we have to press on
Oh,
play.
okay.
I mean, like this, right? Or it's on your.
Yep, it's mine.
Okay.
Click 3 is...
Take the money.
Oh, thank you. Brain chip. Last click, take a credit. Done.
Okay.
Find the safety first.
Mandatory draw. Install. Credit.
Okay, click 1 is draw.
Yep.
Logic bomb. Click 2 is install logic bomb. Click 3 is play employee strike.
Yep.
Click 4 is run R&D.
Okay. I res that. Sadaka.
Oh gosh. Get to treasure resource. No. Jeez. Oh, I can just let you fire it. No. Logic bomb. Find the truth. 1. Yeah. Okay. 1.
Sorry. Yeah, it's harvester. Okay.
Yep, it's harvester. I'll take 3 credits.
Yep.
So that's the run. Yep. And safety first.
Okay. Mandatory draw. Install archives.
Yep.
Credit.
Click 1's draw. Show gamble. Click 2 is draw. Daily cast. Show. Click 3 is show gamble.
Yep.
Click 4 credits. Click 4 is career fair daily cast. Your go.
Okay. Mandatory draw. First click. Install.
Yep. Oop. I forgot the safety first trigger.
Go ahead. Don't care.
Visage.
And then second click credit. Third click IPO.
Nice.
Goes over.
Okay, click daily cast triggers. Click 1, install Visage. Pay
Yep.
2. Click 2, use Visage. Drawing a card. Click 3 is install multi-threader, paying 3 credits. Click 4 is install Earthrise Hotel, paying 4 credits. End of turn, safety first, over to you.
Yeah, you can sort out the counters now, I guess. Okay. So, mandatory. Double advance install. 1 and 2 advance here. Turn.
Start of turn, Earthrise Hotel, draws 2 cards, multi-threader, Dirty Laundry, 2 credits from Daily Cast.
Yep.
Click 1 is a draw with Visage, Dirty Laundry. Click 2 is, let's do something crazy, let's go Dirty Laundry HQ.
Yep.
Time pause.
Res Enigma for
Cannot break.
2. Lose
Yes.
credit. Click. Sorry.
Yep.
Yep.
Time continues. Okay, last click is Liberated.
Yep. Mandatory. Triple advance. Score. Avocata.
Cool.
Over to you.
Start of turn, Earthrise Hotel. Drawing these 2 cards. Daily Cast. Click 1 is show gamble. No, click 1 is money. Sorry. Jeez, I'm running out of time. Click 2 is show gamble. Click 3 is install logic bomb. Click 4 is Dirty Laundry HQ.
Yep.
Logic bomb.
Bypass, yeah.
Find the truth. Okay.
It's a Kakugo. Yes.
Naming the number 0. First card. Side game.
Future perfect. Alright. I have 5 credits. How many do you have?
10.
10. Okay. Oh no, now the Ben mind games start. I know that you know that I know, but do you know that I know
Sorry,
that I know?
employee strike is gone.
Yeah, it's fine. Yep. 1.
0 and 1. Second card. Snare.
Fire.
I'm dead.
Wow! Holy Lord!
Okay.
Why do you keep doing this? So, let's see. So, I find it very interesting because you actually had more time than me most of the time.
Yeah.
You know why? No, because what we expected first is that that the corp will have much more time, right, than the runner,
Yeah.
because you have to. But the thing is, my decisions are more final, in a sense. Like, right, if the ice is placed wrong, it's going to be placed wrong for the whole thing.
Although I do have hand management issues as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess sorting out the tokens and all that is a bit annoying, in a sense.
But I think it went well. I think 7 minutes is okay.
Yeah, let's try this again if you don't mind.
Yep.
This was not the end of the rope.
And that wraps up for this video. Stay tuned though. In the next video, we will have a rematch coming up where I try to avoid getting humiliated by my opponent's snare once again. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching and happy net running. See you next time. Are you ready?
I was never more ready than this.
You were born ready.
We're writing Netrunner history. Go ahead.
Alright, in 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, okay, interesting.
Wait, stop!
What?
7 seconds!
Oh my god! The game is over! You're gonna keep that in. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that was a good game. Should we repeat it? Yeah, 7 seconds. Jesus Christ, Ben.